Cejudo, you just shocked the world.
The undisputed UFC flyweight champion of the world, Henry the Messenger Cejudo.
He never fought anybody like me. I know that 100%. He wanna be a hero. He wants to be one of the best ever. But between be the best ever and him, that's me, Marlon. Everybody know what I like to do. Cejudo knows what I like to do, and he better be ready because it's gonna be a tough one for him.
Not only am I going to take you out, but I'm taking this bout back to Brazil, and I'm going to celebrate with my Brazilians, baby.
I'm not going to go there to outscore you, to outpoint you. I'm going there to hurt you.
Demetrius Johnson on my left, TJ on my right, Marlon Moraes on my waist. I'm gonna silence the messenger, my friends. No more gold medal, no more every fight with a belt. That's it. That's all. You'll see June 8th, I'm gonna knock you out. You ain't knocking anybody out.
I'm gonna fuck you up, man.
I'm gonna shut your lights up.
Now, please send me to me. Send this guy to me. I can't wait to get his ass. You guys gonna see what you guys never see before.
Sorry about that. Kind of a dumb mistake on my part. Welcome to UFC 255. As you can see, the first prelim is underway. However, no sound as of yet. But we are here. Let me know down in the chat and let me know down in the comment section what you guys think about the main card and what your predictions are. Sorry for the little screw up there on the mic. Rasulov getting the first win of the prelims. Second prelim of the afternoon, Harika Tiburcio taking on Syuri Kondo. Dasher Dude, happy to see you. TJ, nice to see you. TJ Hockey says Francis. Yeah, sorry about the sound about that. Kind of a little screw up on my part, but we're back. Tyler No Shoe says DC. Harika Tiburcio taking on Syuri Kondo. A 5-inch advantage for Syuri Kondo. Very interesting to see here, especially considering she's actually favored, as Tiburcio actually gets the win via rear naked choke in round number 1, despite a 5-inch advantage for Kondo. She's actually a natural atom weight, Tiburcio. Tiburcio celebrates getting her UFC debut win. Mark says Francis. We'll see. Ryan Babyface Benoit taking on Brett Caswell in the flyweight division. Caswell, the favorite at 8-2. Babyface Benoit might be released if he loses here. 10-7, not the best record, and he's coming off a loss as well. So I don't know. And he saves his job. Brian Benoit getting the win via unanimous decision. Caswell moving down to 8-3. He'd like to fight Askar Askarov in his next fight. Up next, Manel Kape taking on Bokang Little Giant Masoon Yane. Not funny name, but just a name that's hard to pronounce. Kape 15-4. Masoon Yane undefeated at 7-0. Kape heavily favored here in the flyweight division. And Kape gets the win via knockout in round number 3. Got a good 5 viewers here for the pay-per-view. Happy you guys are able to join me. Don't be afraid to say something down in the chat below. Happy you guys are able to join as always. Manel Kape getting a win here in the flyweight division. Francisco Rivera taking on Jonathan Dragon Martinez next. In the bantamweight division, Rivera ever so slightly favored at 33 years of age. The young Martinez with a record of 11-3, and he gets the win via knockout very quickly in round number 1. Liam Wolfpack, happy to see you. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to UFC 255. Jonathan Martinez with an impressive knockout in quick fashion. That might be a performance bonus. John McDessie taking on Jalen Turner in our next prelim. 9-5 is Jalen Turner, favored against the 35-year-old McDessie here in the lightweight division. 6'3", 155. What a very interesting frame. How high up can he fight? Up to welterweight. Coming off a win over a local fighter or a local prospect. And Jalen Turner gets the win. So 10-5 now. Jalen Turner, he probably would have gotten released had he lost. 9-6 is not a very good record. Otman Azaitar is who he is gunning after next. Congratulations to Jalen Turner. You got rid of the women's featherweight division. That's completely within your right. I'm going to stick with the featherweight division. I have a little tournament going on. I just signed Julia Budd. I've got a couple of signings that I'm looking to make, you know. And then you can always just move bantamweights up to featherweight, you know, to make it a little bit more of an even division. That's what I'm probably going to end up doing in the future, especially when I get regen fighters that are coming up. Yancy Medeiros taking on Nasrat Haqparast. 35 years old. 26 years old. Haqparast, I believe, is coming off the loss on the Khabib Poirier card. Yes or no? He lost to Drew Dober on the McGregor card. And then Yancy Medeiros, the Hawaiian, is coming off a loss to Lando Venata on the Blachowicz-Anderson card. Very even fight, and Haqparast gets the win via split decision. So very even fight there between the two, and he would like to fight Jim Miller next. You still can't figure out how to get real fighters. So Liam, I actually uploaded a video on YouTube that goes over how to like download the mods and whatnot. DM me on Twitter if you still have problems with it, and I'd be more than willing to help you out. But the video should be kind of self-explanatory, as long as you're able to find the website or find the mod within the forums. And they actually just, the guy who does the updates for the Modern Warriors mod, he actually just updated the June. He did the June like mod, so it's updated as of like a couple days ago, to be honest. So you can find that update in the Grey Dog Software forums, or you can just look at my video and follow the links in the description on that video in order to get that mod. All right, Lena Elbow Queen Landsberg taking on Sarah McMahon in the bantamweight division. A fairly important matchup in the bantamweight division. 38 years old in Landsberg taking on the 40-year-old Sarah McMahon. Favorite is Landsberg, despite her not having a fight team. And Sarah McMahon gets the win via split decision, improves to 14-5. And so she's on a 3-fight winning streak, 2 of those being against Lena Landsberg. Does she retire here? Landsberg does. 38 years of age, and Landsberg retires. And so does McMahon. Oh, wow. So, I'm going to see if I can talk McMahon and Landsberg out of retirement there. Why didn't they put the BMF belt in? Because it's not a real belt. You know, it was a fun novelty idea, but it was not going to be like a real belt. You know what I mean? Especially considering like, what weight division are you going to have it in? Is it exclusive to the welterweight division? Is it an open weight title? You know what I mean? It's not a real championship belt. So both women retiring after that fight. As we enter another prelim, Elias Theodorou taking on Gerald Meerschaert, who actually lost in very quick fashion to, was it Ian Heinisch? I think it was Ian Heinisch that he lost to this weekend. Meerschaert, what's he up to in this save? He's coming off a win over Duran, win in real life, and he hasn't had a fight yet on this save. Theodorou, on the other hand, we re-signed, and then he lost to Antonio Carlos Jr., so needing a big bounce-back win for him. He's highly favored, and he gets the win via unanimous decision. A decent fight, and Theodorou is very marketable. And our last prelim of the afternoon, Alexander Rakic taking on Ryan Superman Spann in the light heavyweight division. Rakic 13-2, Spann is 18-5. Spann is actually favored. Spann number 13 in the division, and Rakic is number 4. So a big win could be had here for Ryan Spann. And he does get it. Submission due to a guillotine. Round number 1. Ryan Spann is a good talker, does really well in these sort of interviews. I'd imagine he might be top 10 when we update the rankings. Now, Face the Pain is played. Everyone's paid $65 like I unfortunately had to on Saturday night. And the pay-per-view is now underway. And we kick things off with a big title eliminator in the featherweight division. Brian T-City Ortega taking on Zabit Magomedsharipov. T-City, of course, coming off a big win over Korean Zombie. Coming off the win over Korean Zombie. Zabit, I think this is his first fight. No, so he had a win over Yair Rodriguez. Right. So this is a title eliminator. Whoever wins this will be fighting for the featherweight title at some point in the near future. Zabit is favored. I don't know. T-City was supposedly favored earlier on, but now it's kind of switched over to Zabit. We shall see. As Zabit Magomedsharipov beats Brian Ortega via unanimous decision, and he will be fighting for the featherweight championship. And maybe we take that card to Russia in order to have a main event. Look at that list of people that he's beaten. Jeremy Stevens, Calvin Kattar, Yair Rodriguez, and now Brian Ortega. So Zabit is now your #1 contender, and he thanks everyone at his gym. Up next, in the strawweight division, Joanna Jędrzejczyk taking on Angela Overhill Kill. Jędrzejczyk, of course, is coming off the loss to Tatiana Suarez on a 2-fight losing streak after losing to Zhang for the title. Angela Hill, a little bit of a winning streak going on, a 4-fight winning streak, last winning over Tisha Torres. Jędrzejczyk favored here, fighting out of American Top Team. Angela Hill fighting out of Alliance MMA. This would be a very big win for Hill, and a very big upset, to be honest. Let's see what happens. And Joanna Jędrzejczyk wins via TKO in round number 2 over Angela Hill. Right back into the win column. Popularity going up once again. And Angela Hill has announced her retirement. So I'll talk to her and see if I can get her out of retirement. But that's 3 women's fighters that have retired on this show. And Jędrzejczyk wants to fight Xiaonan Yan, saying she will kick her ass. How about that? That looks like a fight I could potentially make. Up next, in the bantamweight division, Jimmy El Terror Rivera taking on Dominic Cruz. Jimmy Rivera coming off a win over Rafael Asuncao on the Joanna Suarez fight card. Meanwhile, Dominic Cruz is coming off a win at, was it featherweight or lightweight? A lightweight fight against Kevin Lee. He won that on the Esparza Gadella fight card. Could we see Gaethje versus Poirier 2? We potentially could, but Gaethje is currently scheduled tentatively to fight against Jeremy Stevens. So Jeremy Stevens is going to be making a move up to lightweight to fight Justin Gaethje. Mainly because they're both available, and that would just be an incredible fight. Imagine Jeremy Stevens and Justin Gaethje going at it. That would be wild. Also, Dustin Poirier, I believe, is out for like 3 months or so. 3 or 4 months, so it would be kind of hard to book him. And I don't really want to have to wait on fighters, you know, in order to book something. So Dominic Cruz versus Jimmy Rivera. Dominic Cruz slightly favored, fighting out of Alliance MMA. And Dominic Cruz gets the win via unanimous decision. So now a couple good wins over a lightweight, and now a top 5, or was it top 5 or top 10? Top 10 at the very least, bantamweight. So Dominic Cruz making moves all around. RBM, nice to see you. We are currently in the midst of UFC 255, and you are actually joining at a pretty good time. You're still shocked that Chiesa beat Leon Edwards. It happens. These things happen. You know what I mean? And Chiesa's already lined up for a title shot after GSP fights against Usman for the title. But Dominic Cruz getting another big win here. And RBM, you're just in time because the co-main event is just about to start. Co-main event of the evening for the Bantamweight Championship of the World. Henry, the Messenger Cejudo, defending his title against Magic Marlon Moraes. Now, once again, full disclosure, originally, the plan was for Piotr Jan to fight against Cejudo for the title here on this pay-per-view. But Jan got injured. I think he had like a major concussion or something like that. So he's out for another 3 months or so. He's still in line to fight the winner of this fight. However, Marlon Moraes getting a crack at the championship today. Usman GSP is going to get poor. Yeah, I mean, Usman's proven that he has a good stand-up game. We thought that the fight against Covington was going to be really boring. I was there live for that fight, and it was exciting because of the animosity. You know, those guys were never going to wrestle. They hated each other so much that they were always, you know, going to just, you know, smash each other, or at least try to. But I can see how the Usman GSP fight could be a little boring. You know, both wrestlers, no animosity. But I mean, hey, GSP still has good striking, so you never know. Maybe in the meantime, we think he has to fight someone like Covington or Burns, someone in the top 5. See, I think like maybe if like Usman were to get injured or something like that after his fight over GSP, or if the winner of that fight were to get injured and be out for an extended time, maybe then we could do an interim fight. But Chiesa's more than earned his, championship opportunity. Co-main event time for the Bantamweight Championship. Henry Cejudo, of course, coming off the win over Aljamain Sterling, defending his title. Look at that list of champions and fighters that he's beaten. Unbelievable. And then Marlon Moraes, of course, losing to Henry Cejudo literally a year to the day today for the Bantamweight Championship. Coming off the wins over Jose Aldo and Corey Sandhagen, earning this opportunity. Co-main event for a title. Let's go. Mark Goddard, your referee. Round 1 is underway. Henry Cejudo slightly favored. Cejudo looking for a slam. He gets a slam. Cejudo smothering Moraes. This could be quick. Smothering Moraes as Cejudo in top control. Gets over to side control. Halfway through round number 1. Cejudo able to get past guard. Another takedown attempt. And he gets it. Just dominating Moraes early on. Cejudo landing some good shots with some ground and pound. Big strike. Cejudo taking a beating. Marlon Moraes is the new Bantamweight champion. How did that happen? So Moraes scrambled from underneath. Cejudo left turtled up, facing Moraes. Moraes pounds away on Cejudo, landing several great shots that rock him. And Mark Goddard has to stop the fight. Marlon Moraes is your new Bantamweight champion of the world. Now, considering that Henry beat Marlon in the first fight, do you guys think that warrants a rematch and a trilogy fight? I mean, look at the names that he beat leading up to this fight. And he beat Marlon once before via TKO. Marlon getting a big win over Jose and then Corey Sandhagen. Liam says that a rematch is in order. Let's open up the handy dandy notebook. Oh, see, this is where it's tough. Because Jan was supposed... Is Cejudo going to retire? I doubt. He's 33 years old. Because Jan was scheduled for this fight. You know what I mean? So Piotr Jan is punching the air right now, more than likely. Have Jan fight Cruz. Who did Jan beat to earn that championship? Who did Jan beat? Or did I just say he's the number one? We'll have to see. But the point of the matter is, Marlon Moraes is your new Bantamweight champion of the world. And doing, once again, my crappy Bruce Buffer impersonation. Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mark Goddard has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 51 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by TKO and new undisputed UFC Bantamweight champion of the world, Marlon Magic Moraes. And then Marlon speaks in broken English and he's super happy. He's the new Bantamweight champion and he wants to fight Piotr Jan next. Huh. So, Marlon wants to fight Jan, but the thing is, Marlon is not that popular, and I don't even think with him winning this fight and the championship, he's going to be that popular. We'll have to see. I'm seeing a lot of people saying Henry versus Cruz. That could be something that we definitely do. He wants to fight Jan, but the thing is, if he wants to fight Jan, it would have to be a co-main event of a pay-per-view, or maybe the main event of an ABC card, as opposed to like main eventing a pay-per-view. You know what I mean? Winners fight each other. Yeah. I mean, he wants to fight Jan, and Jan's earned an opportunity. Crazy in the co-main event, but here we are at our main event of the evening. Do we see another title change hands here? Daniel DC Cormier taking on Francis the Predator Ngannou. 41 years of age is Daniel Cormier, coming off winning over Stipe Miocic for the heavyweight championship. Francis Ngannou, just unbelievable, coming off a win over Derek Lewis. And it's a pick'em. It's an absolute pick'em. Tyler says DC 3 times. Oh boy. And DC's my boy, so I'm gonna be scared. I don't want to see him get just knocked out. Oh boy. Let's go. Main event, heavyweight championship on the line. Let's go. DC could retire here, irregardless of whether he wins or loses. Cormier grabs Ngannou. But if DC takes him down, it's basically over. Ngannou moves in quickly, lands a big right hand, avoids it. Cormier with a right hook. Scores with a... Oh, shit! Ladies and gentlemen, the referee is called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 18 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout and new undisputed UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Francis the Predator Ngannou. TJ says, pay me my money. RBM is not happy. Daniel Cormier could retire here, at which point he will join the commentary desk. Oh. Leave some hearts down in the chat. Leave some hearts down in the comments section. Thug tears over here on my end. Daniel Cormier has announced his retirement from MMA. What does Ngannou say? Ooh! Oh, that's weak. Francis Ngannou thanks everyone at MMA Factory for helping him prepare for the fight. Asked who he wants to fight next, he repeats that he would like to fight Curtis Blades, someone that he's already murked twice. Huh. Sad face indeed. Ngannou versus Stipe 2, Liam says. Huh. 16,700 in attendance in California. Show made $1,500,000 off of pay-per-view. A gate of around 4 million. Love to see that. Again, main card, Zabit, your new featherweight #1 contender. Joanna win over Angela Hill, who retired. Dominic Cruz beating Jimmy Rivera. Marlon Moraes, your new bantamweight champion, and Francis Ngannou, your new heavyweight champion of the world. Are we going to book some tight fights too? Yes, we are. The big 3-hour stream where I do the whole month of, I believe it's going to be January 2021, is coming up right now. I'm going to stop recording and then start recording again, at which point you guys can clown me for, doing the whole intro and stuff like that. Popularity increases all around. Let's do it. How much money did we make or lose? Let's see. Oh, wow. So let's see here. Joanna Angela. What's a great fight? So yeah, Jalen Turner McDessie They could use the money a little bit more, so let's give it to them. Performance bonus. That's right, Jonathan Martinez will get a performance bonus. 22-second knockout. Ryan Spann, Tiburcio will get a performance bonus for winning via submission over a 5-inch taller. You need more pay-per-view providers. See, I don't think I need more pay-per-view providers, because if I get more pay-per-view providers, they're all going to say, hey, we don't want you to work with that team. I'll try, but I doubt that, you know, the ones that I already have are going to let me, because I do need to be making a lot more money off of pay-per-view. That is a problem. We get a profit, you know, of $3.5 million. Highest earner was, interestingly, Dominic Cruz. And had he not made that much, we would have had probably a good $4 million in profit. But wow. Wow. 2 new champions, Marlon Moraes and Francis Ngannou. Daniel Cormier retires from the sport. We'll definitely be hiring him to work the commentary desk. It'll be him, Joe Rogan, and John Anik, which, in my opinion, is the best commentary team you could have. How very sad. Liam says he has an idea. Hit me with it. TJ says, don't give him Blades, give him Alexander Emelianenko. I think he's ranked 22nd. That'd be an easy defense, but we're not in the business of easy defenses. We're the elite program, the elites promotion. My crew were able to get 5 million pay-per-view providers. I think a lot of that just has to do with, like, the draw of the card, you know, and how popular you are. In my other save, I can show you really quickly. In my other UFC save, I'm getting like $30 million off of pay-per-view. Tyler says BMF tournament. No, I don't think fighters would waste their time on that. They're gunning for the real titles, you know. The BMF title was a cute idea, you know, but it's not something that's going to be, you know, defended regularly, you know. 8-man tournament in the bantamweight division. Marlon Cejudo, Faber, Cruz, Edgar. Edgar's like not even in the top 15 at this point. But I mean, a tournament would be cool. TJ says BRB. I'll see you in a little bit. As far as like tournaments and stuff, like I don't think the UFC is in the business of doing tournaments right now. Unless there's like a vacant title, you know, I don't think tournaments are a good idea. If there was a vacant title, that would definitely be good. We only had 2 major draws and we were Affliction. Well, that is interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I don't necessarily even know how you would go about getting more pay-per-view money. Because I was able to do it because I was able to do the UFC Network and the UFC Pay-Per-View Network, you know, where it was all through one thing and it was all enormous, you know. But how about that? Did anyone watch UFC 250 on Saturday? Had some big stuff going on there as well. Aljamain Sterling, my boy, getting a big win over Corey Sandhagen in like a minute. He's going to be fighting the winner of Jan and Aldo. Amanda Nunes, dominant as ever. Cody Garbrandt with a huge knockout. Cody, yeah, super big knockout. He like ducked down and used all of his momentum and just swung his hips around into that right hook. A Sun Sao just drops. Hope you're enjoying TEW. Nice to see you, Ryan. AEW playthrough and doing a G1 type tournament. That's really cool. And I can see AEW actually doing something like that too. TEW, I did a little tiny stream of it yesterday, just doing like a test playthrough, just kind of getting used to it. I have to download some mods that I would kind of want to play with because I just can't get used to the default database. Massive KOs from Cody and Rainbow Hair. Yeah. Sugar Sean with the walk-off knockout over Eddie Wineland. Crazy. I don't train with him, but I go to the MMA lab from time to time, so I've kind of passed him by, and he's a super chill guy. You know, he kind of keeps to himself most of the time, but like you can see in it, like there's a little something in him that, you know, has superstar power. But it's just so weird because when I see him at the gym, he's just super relaxed. You know, all he really does in his spare time is play Twitch. You know, like he's on here right now, probably playing COD or something. You know. And no, I am not a fighter, and I'm not going to be in Bellator UFC anytime soon. I'm just trying to stay in shape. Most recent mod, probably your best bet for now. Who's, though? Like, who's mod? Because there's a lot of them. Alright, let's go over the rank. Well, first of all, let's go over the rankings, update it. This is definitely going to change. Francis Ngannou now number 1. Curtis Blades, number 3. And that's who Francis wants to fight. And I mean, it's a hard argument against it, because he has a really good winning streak, but he's already lost twice, decisively, to Ngannou. Junior Dos Santos is number 2, but he just recently lost to Ngannou and Blades. Olenek is number 4, but he just lost to JDS. Stipe, is he even back soon? Stipe's not back for 3 months, and he would need a win probably before I could, you know, give him a title shot. Volkov lost to Curtis Blades. Stefan Struve. Anthony Johnson has a fight coming up against Fabricio Verdum. So, the way it's looking, it's probably going to be Curtis Blades who gets that title shot, killing the business mod. Step aside, Mark Hunt. I mean, so yeah. It's Curtis Blades, as weird as it sounds, considering he's already lost twice. He is the number 1 contender. Everyone else moves up because DC retires. Light heavyweight, Ryan Spann moves up to number 7. Rakic all the way down to number 12. Reyes is the number 1 contender. Is Jones back soon? He is. 13 days. Okay. So Jones versus Reyes will probably be set up for the January pay-per-view. Middleweight, Nick Diaz enters the rankings. Funny. Welterweight, no movement. Lightweight, no movement. Featherweight, Zabit, of course, your number 1 contender. Ortega drops down. Volkanovski and Holloway are fighting, I believe, in the next pay-per-view. Yes, Khabib versus McGregor 2 is next month. Keep that in mind. And Max Holloway is fighting for the title against Volkanovski on there. Zabit awaits the winner of that. And he's out for, 3 months. Yikes. So good thing he's out for a little bit because, you know, that needs some time to develop as well. All right. Marlon Moraes is your new champion. Piotr Jan, of course, number 1 contender. Faber up to number 3. Dillashaw up to number 4. I think Dillashaw is back soon. 29 days. Ooh. Do we do Cejudo versus Dillashaw again? Or maybe Faber versus Dillashaw? When is he back? 20 days. I am thinking maybe we do Faber versus Dillashaw. Dominic Cruz versus Henry Cejudo. Cruz is back in 13 days. When's Cejudo back, though? About 2 months. Wow. I mean, if Uriah Faber were to get a win over TJ Dillashaw, that would be basically good enough for a bantamweight title shot, in my opinion. Liam Wolfpack says tournament. See, here's the thing, though. If I were to do a tournament, I would have to wait on all the results to, like, play out before I booked anything, you know? And then what would the end goal be of that tournament? Just the winner gets the title shot? And then he just loses to whoever's the champion? Like, that would seem a little bit like a waste of time. Especially since there are so many factors in play, you know? Cruz is up to number 17. Cejudo's down to number 6. Flyweight Manel Kape debuts at number 17. Remember, we got Mighty Mouse back. And so he's jumping in line over Husier da Silva, who won a number 1 contenders fight. So he's going to have to wait. TJ versus Henry and Marlon in it. Do like Bellator does and have like the titles on the line for every fight. I mean, that could be pretty interesting. But that would mean that the number 1 guy would be facing the number 8 guy. Number 2 guy versus the number 7 guy, and so on and so on. Benavidez versus Mighty Mouse Johnson is going to happen. Husier da Silva awaits the winner of that one. Women's featherweight, no movement. Women's bantamweights. Oh, that's right. We had a lot of people retire. Women's flyweight, no movement. Women's strawweight, Joanna back up to number 4. Tiburcio debuts at number 24. All right, let's check our news. Sarah McMahon ends her career. Marcos de Mata, who is this? Featherweight, 47 years old, jeez. Cadence Eubank. Can she fight at featherweight? She cannot. No thanks. Nope. Cindy Dandois retires. It's not looking like anyone particularly good is up for contract renegotiation. Okay. Gerald Meerschaert needs to be re-signed. Let's check that out. Definitely going to be re-signing him. Ooh, Tiffany Van Soest needs to be re-signed. She's coming off a loss, but she's going to get one of those Invicta contracts. Ryan Spann needs to be renegotiated with. 5-0 in the UFC. Only mid-level regional, though. Already number 7 in the light heavyweight division. We need to give him a really good test in his next time out. Marlon Moraes needs to be renegotiated with. Bantamweight champion of the world, only making $25,000 a fight. Mid-level national. So he could potentially, you know, carry a pay-per-view if he had to. Ortega needs to be renegotiated with. Jimmy Rivera needs to be renegotiated with. Get that done. Henry Cejudo. How much was he making before? $102,000. Now he's only going to be making $26,000. Hey, if you thought they were underpaid before, watch out. Lena Landsberg. I wonder if I can talk her out of retirement. Oh, wow. Okay. So she did. It's good to get her back. What if Sarah McMahon will? 40 years old might be tough. Yeah, so I have actually shortlisted a lot of flyweights and like lower division guys from like ONE FC and Ryzen. Wow, Sarah McMahon will come back too. Huh. I wonder if DC will come back. Should I even bother with DC? What can we really have him do? Do you think we should bring back DC or should we let him stay retired? Because after getting knocked out like that, that does not warrant, you know, that does not warrant a rematch at all. DC versus Jones 3, not off a loss. I'm torn here. Hopefully he just says no. Because if he just says no... If he says no, then there's nothing I can do about it. But if he says yes, then obviously I'm going to re-sign him. Okay. A little bit of a sigh of relief. 41 years of age, Daniel Cormier is done. So exclusive non-fighter, 10 years. We'll give him $5K a show. And he will be joining the commentary booth. Angela Hill? She's only 35. I wonder if she'll come back. Wow. Angela Hill's done. Huh. Okay. I mean... all the best to you, Angela Hill. Best of luck in whatever you want to do. Alexander Rakic. Bring him back. Okay. Now, there was a couple of people that I needed to send down to Invicta. So let's take care of that really quickly. Lanchana Green. Emmy. Shizuka. Sarah. This one right here. Lisa Ellis. And Tiffany Van Soest. Oh, well, she's not going to be sent down until she actually signs. All right. Okay, so the next time that I see you guys will be for UFC on ABC, Diaz versus Masvidal 2. Do you think Costa would be a better 205er? I don't know. Where's Costa at right now? Number 7 in the middleweight division. Out for 20 days, so he's potentially back soon. Who could we have him fight? Maybe Brad Tavares or Derek Brunson? He's back in 13 days. Derek Brunson, Brad Tavares. Ooh, Brunson's out for a while. So maybe Tavares versus Costa. Maybe we could do that. Paulo Costa is only 6 foot, so I don't think 205 would be a good move for him. Okay. But yeah, so this is the next month of fights. Diaz versus Heinisch. We'll see. Diaz versus Masvidal 2. That's our ABC card. The return of Anthony Johnson. And then, of course, the rematch between Nate Diaz and Jorge Masvidal in Masvidal's home state of Florida. UFC on ESPN, Esparza versus Suarez in France. UFC on ESPN, Silva versus Hermanson. What we are potentially expecting to be Anderson Silva's retirement fight. We're not 100% sure yet, but maybe. And then UFC 256, Khabib versus McGregor 2. And an absolutely stacked card as well. Romero versus Till, Ferguson versus Lawler, Aldo versus Sterling, Volkanovski versus Holloway, and then Khabib versus McGregor 2. All right, well, that's going to do it for this episode. The next time that I see you guys will be for my big, 3-hour booking stream. I'll see you there. AZPlyo21 is the channel name. If you're watching the stream right now, stay here because I am going to be continuing. But I will see you guys next time. Thank you for watching. 2 new champions. Let's keep it going.